Watching how every move Li Fan made precisely countered their actions, how could he fail to realize this was a meticulously prepared ambush? Li Fan offered no reply, he merely activated his insect-binding divine ability, locking Depleting firmly in place. Ignoring Sikongi's relentless curses, Li Fan triggered the array, unleashing searing flames that engulfed him. Ah! Amidst piercing screams, Sikongi was reduced to ashes. Yet, no anomaly appeared in the heavens above. Then, just as Li Fan had expected, a faint shadow slowly emerged beside Depleting. The shadow twisted and condensed, gradually forming a body. Sikongi had returned. Li Fan narrowed his eyes and activated the array once more. The screams echoed again. Sikongi died yet again. This time, upon revival, his cultivation had fallen from late-stage Qi refinement to mid-stage Qi refinement. Li Fan began to grasp the truth. Violet flames surged, claiming Sikongi's life again and again. His curses turned to pleas, his pleas into desperate cries, then into broken, tearful begging, but Li Fan remained utterly indifferent. This Sikongi was too strange, too elusive. With astonishing life-preserving methods, Li Fan had already seized the Cloudwater model worth 100,000 contribution points from him, forging an unresolvable grudge. Whether or not he could extract his secrets, Li Fan would never allow him to escape. The azure-violet flame array ignited repeatedly. Before long, Sikongi's cultivation had dropped to the early-stage Qi refinement realm. Despair overtook him, he collapsed, begging for mercy, and in order to survive, he chose to reveal all his secrets. Li Fan listened in silence, his expression shifting subtly. He said, "The technique I cultivate is the heaven-stealing sun-swapping art, which allows the creation of an avatar. Unlike ordinary external avatars, this one possesses its own appearance, aura, soul, realm, and cultivation. When forming an avatar, by incorporating the bones of a deceased cultivator or the essence blood of a living one, it is possible to seize a portion of their talent, destiny, and fortune, grafting it onto the avatar. I chanced upon the corpse of a Cloudwater Heavenly Palace disciple and used it to create this avatar, Depleting. Through this avatar, I not only obtained the cultivation method Sikongi Divine Sword, but also uncovered secrets of the long-lost Cloudwater Heavenly Palace. Later, I discovered that the item with a bounty of 100,000 contribution points, the Cloudwater map record, was hidden within that palace. So when the Cloudwater Heavenly Palace reappeared, I rushed there without hesitation. I intended to seize and claim the reward, ensuring my cultivation path would be smooth from then on. But I never expected to encounter you. Who exactly are you? And how did you notice me?" Hearing this, Li Fan merely smiled coldly, offering no answer. At last, the violet flames flared once more. After dying 3 more times in succession, Sikongi failed to revive again. As for Depleting, he crumbled into dust upon Sikongi's death, vanishing completely from existence. The fall of a Qi refinement cultivator was far less grand than that of a foundation establishment cultivator. No radiant phenomenon of heaven and earth appeared. Only 2 streaks of crimson clouds briefly painted the sky. Qi refinement cultivator Sikongi cultivated for 35 years. In the Tsongyun Sea, he was slain by Qi refinement cultivator Li Fan. Qi refinement cultivator Depleting cultivated for 3 years. In the Tsongyun Sea, he too was slain by Qi refinement cultivator Li Fan. Now, body destroyed and Tao scattered, they returned to the heavens. Where Sikongi perished, a black token hovered silently in the air. Li Fan reached out and grasped it, and in an instant, a torrent of information flooded his mind. Whoever holds this token commands the heaven-swapping sect. The heaven-swapping token was a supreme treasure of that sect, a hidden lineage that had endured since ancient times. Unlike other sects that established territories and recruited disciples, the heaven-swapping sect had no fixed base, and each generation often consisted of a single inheritor. This token was forged thousands of years ago by Sikongi, the 38th successor. The token possessed numerous functions. First, it contained an immense storage space. Second, once refined, it could be freely transferred between the user's true body and avatar, ignoring spatial distance entirely. Third, and most crucial, through the heaven-swapping art, both the true self and avatar could store their life essence within the token, so long as the token remained intact. Even if both bodies perished, the accumulated essence blood within could be used to reconstruct a new body, granting resurrection. In simple terms, once the technique reached completion, both the visible body and avatar were merely empty shells. The heaven-swapping token itself was the true body. After Sikongi's modifications, the technique became eerily unorthodox, yet highly effective. For thousands of years, relying on this strange method, the sect's disciples escaped danger time and time again. Thus, the heaven-swapping sect endured for millennia, until Sikongi encountered an anomaly like Li Fan, one who could reverse time itself. However, the heaven-swapping art was not flawless. It had critical weaknesses. The true body and avatar had to remain within a certain range. The farther apart they were, the weaker the avatar became. Beyond a certain distance, it would drop to early-stage chi refinement strength. The limitation was absolute. The greater the distance, the more the avatar weakened, until only the lowest level of chi refinement remained. Furthermore, because their life essence was bound to the token, upon death, fragments of their souls would remain trapped within it. These fragments often retained portions of memory. In dire moments, the token's wielder could even release them to confront enemies. Li Fan extended his divine sense into the token. Inside its vast, empty space drifted only Sikongi and another indistinct soul fragment. His consciousness formed into a giant hand, grasping them and sifting through their lingering memories. After a long while, Li Fan finally uncovered why this ancient inheritance had fallen into ruin. It all traced back to Sikongi's so-called master, Sikongi. Over generations, the sect had escaped countless dangers, breeding arrogance and recklessness. By Sikongi's era, that arrogance had reached its peak. On a distant continent, after reaching the Foundation establishment realm, Sikongi grew dissatisfied with his avatar and sought to create a new one. In a remote village, he encountered a child of 5 or 6, one possessing an innate immortal physique. The child was extraordinarily powerful, his cultivation progressing at a terrifying speed at such a young age. He had already reached the peak of chi refinement, and was preparing to establish his foundation. Sikongi was captivated. After secretly observing, he discovered the child's fortune was even more astonishing. Each time he ventured into the mountains, he returned with rare treasures. If such fortune could be seized, the resulting avatar would be unparalleled. Blinded by greed, Sikongi chose a night when the child slept deeply to steal his essence blood, but he did not know the child had already been marked by a nascent soul expert. This expert, nearing the end of his lifespan and unable to break through, had searched for a suitable vessel. He found the child. Ordinary possession methods would damage the host's foundation, something he could not allow. When Sikongi made his move, the expert was instantly awakened. Enraged, he revealed his form, an azure willow, and attacked. This child was his hope of reaching spirit transformation, even Tao unity. How could he allow another to covet him? One was a former nascent soul cultivator turned weakened curio of heaven and earth. The other, though only at Foundation establishment, wielded the hidden sect's ancient inheritance. Their battle dragged on, both suffering heavy injuries until retreat became inevitable. And at that very moment, the child appeared. He gazed coldly at the two, no longer the innocent child he once seemed. His cultivation had reached the absolute limit of chi refinement. Only a curio of heaven and earth was needed to step into Foundation establishment. The azure willow sensed danger and tried to flee, but it was already too late. While it had slumbered, the child had secretly placed numerous restraining spells upon it. Now, as they activated all at once, the azure willow was dragged into the child's body, and refined completely in an instant.